Hi guys, welcome back. So now after having the plan for managing quality, we need to manage it. So managing quality basically refers to the execution of processes which are required to implement practices and quality practices and SOPs, which is basically standard operating procedures. So project management work with the team to make sure that quality practices are implemented. Without it, we cannot implement quality. So it's very important to manage quality processes and procedures. It is performed throughout the project, and the biggest advantage of managing quality is that it not only helps in achieving the quality objective for the project, but it also helps in identifying the inefficiencies and the problems which can create issues with not only the current project but also with upcoming projects. So it helps in improving the quality standards and the practices for our organization. For input, we have the project management plan, which is the quality management plan. For project documents, we have lesson learned register, quality control measurements, quality metrics, risk report, organizational process assets. For tools and techniques, we have data gathering. For data gathering, we have checklist. And checklist may sound like a very basic document, but it is very important. In fact, you can't imagine the importance of checklist in not only quality management but all aspect of our life. If you want to do anything, for example, if you want to learn project management, you are having tough time taking out time and going through this course or reading any other book or whatever, the first step which you need to do in order to take out time and sort out your chaotic life, you need to create a checklist. You will have to think the priority and the order of activities to come up with a checklist, a comprehensive checklist. And once you have that checklist, you don't need to bother about thinking 30 minutes or 60 minutes every day about what to do or what not to do. You will just have a checklist and you know that you need to implement that. So checklists are really good, really important in all aspects of our life. In fact, gone are the days of brainstorming. Of course, in project management, we still use that. But for personal growth, it's not brainstorming, it's brain writing. And checklist is one important part of brain writing. So if you have any plan, start writing about that. Don't just think, because when we think, we can think anything. There is no rationality. But when we have to write that, we actually look at various aspects of it. We look at our strategy, what is more important in our life, prioritization, things like that. So it's very important to have a checklist for everything. And having a checklist will always help us with our professional and personal commitments. Then we have data analysis in the form of alternative analysis, document analysis, process analysis, root cause analysis. Process analysis is again looking and reviewing the current processes and I'm checking them for improvement. Document analysis is going through the documents. And when I say documents, I not only mean the Word documents, but I also mean videos, websites, research material of all nature, podcast. Document analysis will include going through all of that. And it is probably one of the first activity we do for research when we have to analyze anything. And root cause analysis is basically identifying the root cause of a particular issue. Then we have decision making in the form of multi-criteria decision analysis. Data representation is done in the form of affinity diagram. Affinity diagrams are basically used for organizing the potential causes of defects. So let's say we identify certain categories of the defects: coding defect, requirement defect, project management defect. So we can create affinity diagram to find out those areas where we have more defects, so we can address that particular area. And then we have cause and effect diagram. It is also called fishbone diagram. It basically breaks down the root cause of the problems into the branches, and that's how you can address individual branches to fix the overall issue. Then we have flowchart, histogram, matrix diagrams, scatter diagrams. These are again meant for visual representation of the data. Usually when we are dealing with certain variables which are used for histogram, scatter diagrams. Matrix diagrams is basically used when we are trying to find out the relationship between factors and causes and objectives. Audit is basically a structured independent process where the project activities, documents are reviewed for the compliance. So it is usually done by some external party. It could be individual or the team, where an audit is conducted to make sure that the teams are following the standards. And then we have design for X, DFX. It's a set of technical guidelines that might be applied during the design of a product for the optimization of a specific aspect of the design. DFX can control or even improve the product's final characteristics. X basically represent the individual features, like reliability, deployment, assembly, things like that. So and it is a very good technique. It's a new technique, not so much used as of now, but it's a good technique in terms of cost reduction and quality improvement. And then we have the problem solving, where we define the problem, we identify the root cause, we generate possible solutions. Then based upon the prioritization and cost benefit analysis, we identify the best solution, implement the solution, and then verify its effectiveness. Quality improvement methods are basically recommendations and findings based on the quality analysis, like audit or any other checkup process, where we make changes to the existing processes to further improve them. And then we have the outputs, which are the quality reports, test and evaluation documents, change requests, quality management plan, scope baseline, schedule baseline, cost baseline, issue log, lesson learned register, risk register, etc. For applications, its applications are in the change request, because change request has to be reviewed, approved. So we apply quality concept processes in its review and approval. All aspect of quality management plan, scope baseline, schedule baseline, cost baseline, and then the project documents like issue log, lesson learned register, risk register. All of them are updated and modified based on the managed quality process. And now let's talk about control quality. So control quality is, like you have seen in the past, it's again the processes and the activities which are done to monitor and control the quality management in a project. So basically this is done to assess the performance of the project. This is vital. It should be performed throughout the project to ensure that we stick to it. In fact, if we don't know the quality standard of the projects, we can't even deliver it to the client. So it's very important to make sure that the deliverables are meeting the standards and they are good as far as their delivery for the client, and they are good as far as their usage and application by the end user and the client is concerned. So it's very important to perform control quality as a process. This is the input output diagram. We have quality management plan and the project documents like lesson learned register, quality matrix, test and evaluation documents. We have approved change request. Remember, these are approved change requests which are going to be the input here. And the deliverables, work performance data, enterprise environmental factor, organizational process assets. For tools and techniques, we have data gathering, like checklists, check sheets, statistical sampling, questionnaire and surveys. For data analysis, we have performance review, root cause analysis, inspection, testing, product evaluation, data representation in the form of cause and effect diagram, control charts, histogram, scatter diagrams, meetings. For output, we have quality control measurements, verified deliverables, work performance information, change request, project management plan updates. Quality management plan will have update. Then the project documents updates like issue log, lesson learned register, risk register, test and evaluation documents. And it is widely used as far as application is concerned. So we are going to look at the performance. So it will be applied for work performance information, then the change request. As mentioned earlier, we are going to verify the deliverables, and the quality management plan will be updated based on it, and the project documents like quality control measurements, project document updates. So that's it for quality. In the next video, I will start with the next knowledge area. Thank you.